He just has to touch you once.
Going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
But that
dude hits hard. hard. You know, they have that punch machine.
Oh, yeah, you can see the power? What's his power?
190.
Dreaming that I was that fast and then I woke up.
Why you wake up? You should have kept dreaming.
Fast.
Joe Rogan was completely shocked after seeing fresh training footage of Shakur Stevenson displaying extraordinary punching ability, highlighting incredible hand speed and razor-sharp accuracy.
He even does it with his right hand, which is not his power punch.
And it still
his
was
power
130?
punch is his left hook. His left hook is what he knocks out everybody with. But it might be that his left hook is faster and it's a better weapon because it's in the front, and his right hand is more powerful, but he just doesn't land it as often that way. Did you find it?
This progression in Stevenson's training points to a tactical change as well. Although he has long been known for elite defensive skills, the increased focus on powerful, rapid combinations signals a more aggressive form of Shakur Stevenson. Terrence Crawford, a close friend, mentor, and top pound-for-pound boxer, has been spotted training alongside Stevenson during the build-up to the major clash with Lopez. Stevenson has also been seen sparring and working drills with Crawford in the gym as he fine-tunes his abilities while stepping up to 140 pounds to take on Lopez.
With the phone in my hand. I was missing.
Stevenson's preparation isn't just about throwing a high number of punches. It centers on accuracy, timing, and ensuring each strike has purpose. The focus is on real-time adjustments, understanding opponents, and executing with intention instead of careless volume. His compact head movement lets him evade shots by the smallest margins, staying composed, balanced, and prepared to fire back.
One day, say he about to violate, you about to see.
Well, this up. He gonna think he gonna think the referee hitting him in that bitch. Champ gonna just be hitting him all day long. Bop, bop, bop. He gonna be steady coming. Oh, he tough. But we gonna hit him with all that good shit. We gonna be ready for his ass.
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, all I make you good.
Stevenson's approach is built around timing, anticipation, and sharp counterpunching, which makes him hard to catch clean. Lopez, by contrast, favors a controlled style, pressing forward with discipline, avoiding overextension, and selecting his punches with care.
Fights and T.O. style, even if he's on his front foot, he doesn't commit to a lot of punches on the front foot, but he can fight that way. Shakur almost exclusively wants to go defense to offense versus leading the exchange. So I don't know, not to say Shakur will be on the back foot the whole time. That's not necessarily how I see the fight going, but I don't know if this is going to be like a knockdown, drag him out type of thing. I think we're going to get a defensive swing.
He has openly talked about his competitive mindset and his desire to take on opponents who require discipline and adaptability, showing his commitment to improving as a fighter every time he enters the ring. Stevenson's self-belief and emphasis on mastery over comfort power, his training, and refine his mindset for top-level tests like Lopez.
To the fans, but I think it also did something for you to prove to yourself that, man, listen, that wasn't like my best performance, but I showed you I can get it out the mud. What did that performance kind of do for you now that you look back at it?
Honestly, I think like styles-wise, I think that Zepeda's style is the style that's supposed to give me the most trouble. Like guys that box and give me time to think is the guys that's gonna have a fit with me all night. But the guys who press me and put me against some ropes and throw a million punches, that's the style that's supposed to give me trouble. So I went out there and I prevailed against that style, and now I'm fighting against a boxer, which for me, it just makes it more fun. I don't have to deal with a guy that's trying to like wear me down so much.
Right.
So now I gotta play.
Just as crucial is Stevenson's shot selection. Rather than firing off careless combinations, he waits for high percentage opportunities and delivers clean, precise counters that break an opponent's rhythm.
His wings.
Stevenson has been training with remarkable intensity as he gets ready for his upcoming fight against Teofimo Lopez. Every day in camp, he has challenged himself both physically and mentally, honing his skills, adapting to the added weight, and fine-tuning his movement and timing to counter Lopez's strength and aggression. He has sparred with top-level partners, including sessions with fighters like Terrence Crawford to replicate the challenge he will face, while also incorporating strength training to increase the power of his punches. Stevenson's dedication is evident, as he has even missed holiday celebrations to maintain focus. By keeping his body in peak condition and his mind concentrated on victory, he demonstrates the commitment of a champion prepared for the biggest test of his career.
Because he told me, hey, up, so.
Yeah. Let's fight.
Stevenson is known as a defensive, puzzle-like fighter who frustrates opponents by disrupting their strategies, forcing constant adjustments that can lead to mental lapses. His approach depends on precise timing, anticipation, and rapid counters, making him hard to hit cleanly. Lopez, in contrast, favors a measured style, staying aggressive without overcommitting and selecting his shots carefully. Clemens expects their matchup to be a strategic battle, with both fighters testing each other's discipline, adaptability, and ring intelligence rather than relying purely on power or aggression.
Fight the same way versus Teofimo Lopez. I really don't. And I think people are looking at the Zepeda fight and going, yeah, that's the Shakur we want. And I don't want to say he's going to disappoint people, but he will not fight that way with Tio. He won't. And Tio won't fight the same way William Zepeda did. They'll both be very measured. I think it'll be a very slow-paced, low-output fight. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could see maybe they go to war or something, but we're talking about styles making fights, and Tio's style, even if he's on his front foot, he doesn't commit to a lot of punches on the front foot, but he can fight that way. Shakur almost exclusively wants to go defense to offense versus leading the exchange. So I don't know. Not to say Shakur will be on the back foot the whole time. That's not necessarily how I see the fight going, but I don't know if this is going to be like a knockdown, drag him out type of thing. I think we're going to get a defensive sweet.
Unlike fighters who gradually work their way up in a new division, Stevenson opted to skip tune-up fights and go straight for a title, underscoring his confidence that he belongs among the elite across weight classes. Lopez, on the other hand, has had mixed reactions to his recent performances at 140, with some analysts pointing to decision victories rather than dominant stoppages and questioning if he is truly the most feared champion at that weight. Nevertheless, Lopez's record features high-profile wins and championship experience, making him a formidable opponent for anyone, particularly a newcomer to the division.
I heard you was the one that wanted to fight, right?
Yeah. I actually set this fight up, and I honestly did it because I wanted to push myself. I know that Tio is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough session, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamont Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Tio, he's a bigger name though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's won belts at 35, won belts at 30, at 40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that will be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is going to be a tough fight for you.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him.
Both fighters enter this high-stakes matchup with impressive but very different resumes. Shakur Stevenson comes in undefeated at 24-0 with 11 knockouts, having already secured world titles in multiple lighterweight divisions and defended the WBC Lightweight Championship with technical skill and composure. His movement, discipline, and southpaw stance make him a difficult challenge for any opponent. Teofimo Lopez, meanwhile, holds a 22-1 record with 13 knockouts and is the DBO Light Welterweight Champion. After earlier success as a unified lightweight champion, Lopez believes top fighters deserve top pay and insists that fights at this level should be both exciting and properly rewarded. His style prioritizes excitement, creativity, and variety, rather than just cautious boxing, often surprising analysts with his technique and adaptability against elite opponents. Drawing from past greats, he combines classic combinations with modern athleticism to continue evolving. For Lopez, facing Stevenson is about more than money or hype. It is a chance to showcase versatility, honor boxing history, and prove that he belongs in the biggest fights of this era.
Of course, I'm talking about Shakur.
$4 million.
For me.
Ooh, we didn't get into Shakur.
Oh, yeah, I want to see like entertainment, and then pay the man for that entertainment.
Well,
I give it all different kind of traits of skills. I mean, even Andre Ward, someone that's like an analyst, like a perfectionist in boxing, like his IQ is high. He was even the commentator, like he was surprised how I did that jab where it was like a Superman punch to Josh Taylor, a guy that's undisputed and everything, and just made it look so easy. I bring so many things. I even brought a George Foreman combination now because that's everything. Everything is everything. Like I go back in time because that's where my future is at. And so like as far as like retirement and stuff, honestly, man, it's up to the...
Eddie Hearn has called the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight the kind of high-level matchup boxing needs, emphasizing that both fighters are elite athletes in their prime with distinct but equally impressive strengths. Hearn highlighted Stevenson's technical ability and discipline, noting that his ring intelligence and consistent preparation make him a serious threat, even when facing a naturally bigger 140-pound champion. At the same time, he recognized Lopez's explosiveness, athleticism, and the difficulty opponents face against his unorthodox style, pointing out that this contrast in styles makes the fight so intriguing. Fans can expect a compelling battle of strategy versus power, a true test for both fighters at the height of their careers.
He is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion. Quite remarkable. And Teofimo always rises to the occasion. Sometimes you see a little bit of a lackluster performance when he's not motivated, when there isn't kind of any legacy on the line. This is different. This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden between two of the elite fighters of our generation. And the best thing about this fight is
Veteran boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has praised Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez for taking on a high-risk, elite-level matchup, something many top fighters avoid. In today's boxing world, it's common for athletes to protect undefeated records, opt for safer title defenses, or delay tough fights for financial or strategic reasons. Stevenson and Lopez are taking the opposite approach, stepping up to face each other at a higher weight class with full awareness of the risks. Their decision demonstrates confidence in their abilities and a competitive mindset rooted in boxing tradition. By agreeing to this fight, both fighters show respect for the sport and for fans who want to see the very best compete against the very best.
Teofimo at certain spots, he's avoiding this guy, he's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite. They will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I'll tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete.
He notes that while the Stevenson versus Lopez matchup promises a high level of skill, it might not deliver non-stop excitement or constant explosive exchanges. Boxing fans often distinguish between technically brilliant fights and those that are thrilling for the audience. Some bouts highlight mastery of the sport without non-stop action. In Stevenson's case, his recent performance against Robson showcased his versatility. He can fight both inside and outside, blending defensive elusiveness with measured aggression. He controls distance effectively, counters precisely, and adjusts to his opponent's style while staying competitive throughout. These qualities show that even if the fight isn't a non-stop brawl, it will still feature intelligent, high-level boxing focused on skill, strategy, and adaptability.
Aggression in his last fight against Zepeda, being elusive while being aggressive. Walking them down, fighting on the inside, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. And people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there, ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show or like to talk about, and they wanted to see in Shakur.
Will Stevenson's technical skill be enough to outbox Lopez? Or will Lopez's power and experience pull off a shocking upset on fight night?